Hello guys, it's Darksigner here from the German Duel Masters channel, and welcome back to another duel video. So today we got a special match for you. This was from our first IDC, the International Duel Masters Cup. I hope you guys noticed the activity in the forum or somewhere else. So we held a tournament at the end of September, and at that first tournament we only had 10 participants, but we are already growing. I hope this video gets even more people interested in our tournaments. If you are interested, feel free to check out the thread on Duel Masters Reborn. And yeah, so as I said, this match was at the end of September, so we are a bit delayed with the uploads of the videos, but the videos are coming. We had 2 tournaments already, and we have the semifinals and finals matches basically all ready for you. So we are going to upload them in the next few days. So in this first semifinals matchup, we have AleksVin on top playing his Rob control deck against Solomon at the bottom with a 5-color Manaburn strategy. And in the first turns, both players were just charging up mana, and AleksVin starts the game with an energy stream to draw into more options. Yeah, that's what Rob control is really known for: drawing, discarding, and clearing the field. Those are the strengths of the deck. And Solomon can get his game going with a Bronzam Tribe. He really needs the mana acceleration in his deck because most of his plays are really high mana cards that cost very much. And Mistrias is also a pretty good card to see early on. But as AleksVin is playing fire removal spells, I think he can deal with it pretty easily in this turn. And yeah, that's what he does. He plays a Searing Wave, very happily giving up one of his shields to clear the opposing board with the Mistrias. So AleksVin at the start of the game is in a really good position, really favoring himself here, but Solomon isn't out of it, as he has the mana advantage and can top deck into yeah, pretty much anything, like this Lost Soul, which evens the playing field, discarded Corel, Apoc, Bazagazil Dragon, Terrapit, and the Lost Soul from AleksVin. So yeah, Lost Soul can really turn around games, and now Solomon is in the better position as he has 2 cards in hand, and AleksVin has to top deck himself out of this situation. Solomon thinking about his next play. Maybe he's thinking about charging mana, or if he just wants to play something from his hand. As we don't have knowledge of his hand, I don't know if it's just removal, or is there anything playable in his hand. So he charges Belix, as maybe he doesn't want to recycle Soul Swap, so he has more nature mana. And yeah, there isn't anything really good to Soul Swap out of his mana zone except Bazagazil. Maybe he could have went aggro last turn, but I don't know if that would have been the right decision. He wants to play it safe. And yeah, AleksVin top decked an energy stream. That was pretty nice. So now he's back in the game. Solomon counters that with a Locomotiver and discards a Crystal Memory, which is a really nice card. Next turn, Alex could have had really big advantage through that. And yeah, at this point Solomon taps the wrong mana, but as we are in the semifinals, we said there are no takebacks from here on. I know it's a high pressure situation and mistakes can happen like these, but if you are committed to a play and it's already done, you really have to be aware that you made a mistake and have to live with that and think beforehand. AleksVin top decking really much darkness mana. I don't know if that helps him. Yeah, the Coral is nice as Solomon doesn't draw any new cards and his hand is cleared, so Locomotiva wouldn't benefit Solomon at this point. That gives AleksVin a free turn basically. So yeah, Solomon charges the Locomotiva as it doesn't do anything at the moment, and now Solomon is doing the Thrash Crawler into Soulswap play, which he didn't want to do earlier on with his Belix. And I think now he's going to swap out the Bazagazil. But yeah, different to the situation earlier, I think he doesn't go aggressive here, he just wants to clear the Coral. So AleksVin can top deck into Merfolk, but I don't even think that he's on Merfolk in this build. But just in case, it's always a good idea to clear out all Cyberlords on board if you think your opponent is on Merfolk. And yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. But AleksVin with his top deck luck back at it again. Top decks the right card in every situation. Has the Locomotiva for the Bazagazil. That was really clutch top deck here. So we have a really nice control matchup here. But I think it's going to take a little while until this game is decided. So I hope you guys stick with me here. He top decks a Morbid Medicine. That's quite nice in this late game situation here. Let's see what he decides to take back. Another Locomotiva, which he can't play this turn, and a Bazagazil Dragon of his own, so he can Bazalock his opponent. Let's see if Solomon has a discard for that. Plays 9 mana. Okay, so he has the Fortress Shell. Clears a water and a fire mana. I think that's the right play because water gives AleksVin all the draw, and with the burning of 2 mana, Bazagazil is out of range. So yeah, when we talk about top deck luck, Solomon a bit of lucky top deck of his own. That Fortress Shell came in really clutch here. Otherwise, any other creature would have been destroyed by Bazagazil Dragon. Bronze Arm Tribe charging that Miraculous Plague. I think he'd rather had drawn that card to control his opponent even more. Yeah, and even more mana acceleration here. 2 turns in a row, Bronze Arm Tribe and a Sky Sword. You really want to see that early game, but at this stage I don't know if that really benefits him. And yeah, finally he can play Buzzer Gazelle Dragon. Yeah, that's right. Kills the Fortress Shell, so no swap on it later on. That's a really good play here. If he top decks a Soul Swap, that would have been devastating, because he doesn't have any other Fortress Shell and mana. And a top decked Aqua Surfer isn't that good either, but he recycles his own Sky Sword, so he can accelerate even more mana, but I don't know if he really needs that, because he can play anything he top decks right away. And yeah, AleksVin with the energy stream, so quite a large hand size for him with 4 cards in hand. Solomon still top decking here. Maybe he can finally turn it around and see some draw cards. And yeah, miraculous play coming down. At first, as I saw the 7 mana being tapped, I thought he was playing Lost Soul. That would have been even more devastating in my opinion. But the miraculous play is also pretty nice here. Sets him back again. Can't play Berserk Gazelle next turn. Maybe it would be the right move to go in sometime soon here, because AleksVin has all the card advantage at the moment, but Solomon has the bigger board presence. But top deck Lost Soul can turn things around really quick, or he just wants to wait it out. As I checked the deck count, AleksVin is only at 8 cards in his deck, and Solomon still has 26, so he can just sit it out with 7 shields, and yeah, maybe that's his plan. I thought he had to win by attacking in the shields, but I forgot for a moment that he's playing such a thick deck. I think he's at 55 or 56 deck cards, so yeah. And another miraculous plague. Yeah, that might seal it. I don't see a way of AleksVin coming out of this situation here. That's just too much setup. I think he will concede any moment from here, because he only has 5 or 6 cards left in deck, and yeah, can't really get creatures to stick on his board, and has to go through all those shields. That seems quite impossible. And yeah, the Bloody Skeeto doesn't help in this situation. Yeah, the Bronze Arm Tribe isn't really necessary, but oh well, might as well play it if you're so far ahead in deck cards. Down comes the Epoch. that clears up majority of the board. But yeah, doesn't really help him as he has to still go through 7 shields. And now he starts attacking, but I think that game is is decided already. Yeah, and that lost soul seals the deal. Oh, he has an Arcus, so yeah, okay, maybe that can turn things around, as he has a double breaker now. Maybe that's his last chance. He can clear all shields in the duration of 2 turns. If he can stick 1 or 2 attackers on board this turn. Oh, Balmedius Steel Dragon. That's really nice, but he can't afford to wait here. He has only 4 cards in deck. Yeah, that's the right move to attack here, because waiting for next turn with Balmedius really doesn't give you any benefit, because if Solomon has a removal, that's just a wasted turn. Oh, Soul Swap, nice. I think he's going to Soul Swap in another Sky Sword, or swap out, yeah, Balmedius for Bloody Skeeto. That was my second guess. So an attacker out for a blocker. Yeah, bit lucky with the sheet triggers, but Aleks had to go in there. And another sheet trigger. Wow, okay, I think that's it. That's too much. Only has 3 turns left, and yeah, I don't think he can finish him in 3 turns. But Aleks isn't giving up. That's the right spirit here. I don't see a way for him to win this game, but the match is still wide open. Down comes the Mystrias. Let's see if we can follow it up with another creature. And he can with a Dormax. That's like a Rothus with a mana burn effect attached as well. But yeah, 3 turns doesn't seem too likely. Maybe if he can top deck another way to Balmedius Steel Dragon, and yeah, hope that Solomon doesn't draw any outs to that, but that's the only way I see him winning this. The Volcano Charger deals with Mystrias, but not necessarily what you want to see in this situation. And yeah, that Hulkus is going to die next turn. So Aleks is at 3 dex cards at the moment, so yeah, only has 2 turns left. Solomon playing Corpse Charger and taking back a Fortress Shell. Yeah, that seals the deal. Now he doesn't have enough mana to play Balmedius next turn. So yeah, that's just game over here. And yeah, finally he decides to concede, and we are going to game 2. Solomon taking that 1-0 lead. Let's see if he can do it again in game 2. AleksVin going first, charging Volcano Charger. And Solomon charging Fortress Shell. Don't really need that early on, you can charge it, and later in that game you can swap it in. As we are starting the game really slowly here, just charging mana. If you guys are interested in the deck profiles of these two competitors, we have a deck profile for AleksVin's Rob Control deck on our channel. Feel free to check that one out. And we are also planning to make a profile on Solomon's deck that he used in this tournament. So stay tuned for that one. So both players without a turn 2 play, but that's really nothing special in control decks. But not having a turn 3 play, that's not a good side for Alex. Aqua Hulkus or Energy Stream would really help here. And Solomon has the turn 3 play. Bronze Arm Tribe really accelerates his game moving forward. Can follow up with a 5-drop next turn, maybe Mystrias or Skysword to accelerate even more mana. Locomotive are coming down, discarding Lost Soul. Oh, that's really nice, because Solomon was winning the Lost Soul race with his Bronze Arm Tribe. And yeah, sniping out that Lost Soul really helped him out. Down comes Crystal Memory. So I don't know what he wants to search in this situation. Maybe if he fears even more discard, he searches his Terra Dragon Archie, or maybe he banks on Solomon not having another Lost Soul and searched his own Lost Soul. Solomon thinking now. I think the right move now is to get as much board presence as possible, not necessarily drawing too much, because AleksVin could very well have searched the Lost Soul for not the next turn, but the turn after that. So maybe he wants to search another Lost Soul here to prevent the Lost Soul from AleksVin, so the Lost Soul mind games here. And if he searches for Lost Soul, maybe AleksVin did the right move and searched a Terra Dragon. Those two really are the main players here. Either you Lost Soul and your opponent gets free advantage, or you Lost Soul and have a nice advantage yourself. But he searches Soul Swap. I don't know if that's the right call. Maybe he wants to swap out Mystrias, so Lost Soul doesn't hurt too much, because he can follow it up by restoring his hand. AleksVin with the second Crystal Memory. Maybe he searches the other missing piece right now. So if he searched Lost Soul, he searches Terra Dragon, or the other way around. Otherwise, I don't know what Solomon is trying to do, unless he has another Bronze Arm tribe, because this turn he can't swap out Fortress Shell. I see that would be a nice play, but he would need another mana acceleration, so Bronze Arm tribe or Sky Sword in order to do that. But yeah, he uses Miraculous Plate. Yeah, that also sets up sets AleksVin back in mana, which really helps him to not get Lost Souled. And yeah, bit of discard here would really help AleksVin now to try to stabilize here. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Discards the Reap and Sow. Oh, that's the wrong hit, I think. Because now Fortress Shell is definitely coming out, unless he mana screwed by drawing a multi-sieve. But he didn't, so yeah, now Fortress Shell is coming out, setting Alex back to 3 mana. So he has no place. I think Solomon, if he can top deck a draw card, he's in full control of this game. So AleksVin with an energy stream, but yeah, cards in hand don't really help him if he can't play them. I think a Volk Charger or Corpse Charger would help him out here, and Solomon finds a way to his draw card by recycling energy stream out of the mana zone with Thrash Crawler. And yeah, I think at this point Solomon is really in control. With 5 mana, AleksVin can't do too much, and I think Solomon's game plan is just to keep AleksVin under 7 mana so he can't get Lost Soul, and then just waiting it out until he draws Lost Soul himself to clear out Alex's hand. Decides on what mana he wants to tap here. That's perfectly fine. That's not a takeback if you didn't commit to a play yet. Taps the green mana. I assume he wants to play Sky Sword here. And yeah, that's what he does. Oh, and gets a green mana, so yeah, okay, he doesn't have Soul Swap, otherwise he could have fired it here for another Fortress Shell. I don't know what AleksVin can do here. Charging a multi-sieve and isn't able to play anything out of his hand. So I guess his hand is full of all his high mana cost cards like Bolmedius, Baza Gazelle, Apoc, Lost Soul, maybe Terra Dragon Archie, those kind of cards. And yeah, they sit in his hand doing absolutely nothing. And down comes another Sky Sword. Yeah, this stalls out the game. Maybe deck out is Solomon's win condition again in this game. Finally, Alex reaches 7 mana, so Lost Soul wouldn't be that great here. Maybe Ball Medius helps, and yeah, that's what he's going to play. Let's see if Solomon can find an out for that. And yeah, 7 mana or 6 mana, that looks like an out, yeah. Aqua Surfer sets the Ball Medius back to hand. Bounces it, doesn't really deal with it for the entirety of the game, but for one turn that's enough. And AleksVin is still at 15 cards in deck, so Solomon has a 10 card lead. He can wait it out, or maybe with this board presence he can just go in. And yeah, he's thinking about what to do, if he wants to attack and pressure Alex to deal with his board, or wait it out. And he doesn't want to play the long game again, so he goes in, but it's understandable. He has a large amount of creatures, and his creatures are also stronger than the ones on Alex's field. And finally he gets a trigger himself with a Terror Pit, but I don't think that will help. Yeah, Solomon has to just think about the meltdown, play around it. But as Alex has his Thresh Crawler in the mana zone, I don't see a way of him a way for him to get the meltdown out of his mana zone back to his hand. And yeah, that doesn't really look good. Apoc could help right here, so he can clear some creatures and crash the Hulkers and Loco into the Sky Sword and Bronze Arm Tribe. But even even with that play, Solomon can still go for game. Maybe Blizzard of Spears could help, but I don't know if he's on that. So yeah, not really much he can do now. I think Solomon has the game in his bag as well. Plays Baza Gazelle Dragon to get rid of the Thresh Crawler, I assume. Or maybe he goes for a creature and tries to force him to block. Yeah, that's what he's doing. But I think blocking here is the right play. And yeah, he's just blocking that. Now he can trade his 2 other creatures, but then Solomon still has 3 attackers for 1 shield, and there in this Civ combination there isn't a shield trigger that can save him here. Burst Shot doesn't do anything. Surfer or Terror Pit don't do anything either. So yeah, that's the game for Solomon. He gets the 2-0 and advances to the finals. I hope you guys are looking forward to that match as well. But first we will present you the second semi-final. I hope you guys enjoyed this duel video. And yeah, if you have anything to say, leave a comment down below, and I hope I see you guys at another duel video.